Good afternoon. In this opportunity, I talk about the materials Desings. My name is Diana Marcela Ortega. I'm studying English in the University. I study Bachelor of Foreign Language with emphasis in English. I am an elementary school teacher 6 years ago. Okay, the number one, what was the conceptions of materials development decades ago? Okay, taking into account that the human beings behave different when learning something new. This fills our mind with curiosity, and the materials help make this learning pleasant or uncomfortable. In the last decades, it has been investigated that the two poles, behaviors or cognitive, to intervene in the learning process in relation to behavior knowledge, and that this must be linked to their own didactic materials to carry out the learning process. The second question is, what does developing materials demand from the teachers? I talk about you the 6 demands. The number one, these materials must have a great impact on students and children. Be novel and eye-catching with a high level to attractive. It has been very attractive for the students. The number two, it's the must have activities that are calm, clear, don't internal styles to students. These activities has been or will be appropriate for the students. And the number three, useful when the students wills and facilitates their self-growth. The number four, direct the conscious attention of the students and build a comparison between the mother tongue and the language being learning or foreign language. Number five, these activities have to explore communicative, listening and writing, analytical, experimental, and independent activities. Remember that each student is unique and is work unique. And the number six, allow the simulation of the brain emitter so that the student develops his intellectual, aesthetic, and emotional part. Okay, and the question number three, what are the components of creating and adapting didactic learning materials? So, in this part, I talk about than some components of creating learning materials. You need to evaluation. You must take into account the needs of the students, all the needs of the students. Another, be clear about the objectives, the content in material. The objectives for which these materials were created must be clear. And another important point, is select the materials and activities for their development. The teacher chooses the best activities to work on these topics and able to have more clarity to the curriculum. It's very, very important go with the curriculum for you have clear the objectives of the institution. And the next is evaluation of process to know if the objectives are met. This point is very important because the evaluation is important for is the meaning, all the work, all the jobs, all the homeworks of the activities, and apart from carrying out the activities, students must be properly evaluated of the topics to the teacher teach and the new language. And final, resource and limitations. The teacher must be taken into account where we get the activities from. And the final question is, in your opinion, what is the principal role of the teacher when designing the language learning materials? Okay, in my opinion, I think that taking into account the learning materials are essential for academic training. I think so that it's very important because they provide information and give learning in a clear way and build contents for these activities for the students. It's important that they provide information to give learning in a clear way. It's important that its development of different cognitive dimensions can be worked on, that this material allows to learning with a pleasure. I think that it's perhaps the most important role that the teacher has in this process, to elaborate the class and his class with materials or preparations to ensure the success of the teaching. When your work is your job is be a teacher, you have to understand the student is the more important topic in this case. Okay, this was my job, and I thank you for listening to me.